Chitariki ne 25 omutenyu 11 omwaka wa 2023 nigo charaire Chinsa Isano na Ibere chapromoso chikakingo kumanya mangana maya asenchera yobwenge erieta Dorcas Kemuma na nigo tokubata nere abigenya nchama oyo kwene kingama yogine chibicha awekere asenchera yobwekirano. Maiga yembura enyinge yelnino eyuegendete kwene kiwa ase ense na ase chinsemo au chabeire chigo turbanuwa mono nembure yo na sabanta bange gotigwa ase obokendu maiga yeshinyomba chabo koirwa na mache amone tuge nyinge osiriwa ase ense nigobono moraye bwense Dr. William Ruto asiri tukoria rero emambia rero esokirie na gokora egikaro amo ne kiombekeria getenete amagana yemibasakono ikimanyikaine buna disaster management asicho bisichaye gosasa amagacho ya serikali State House aywa gotoka imeyo mochi o Nairobi chinga kiecho barengase gikarekyo nigo bakwanira emiroberero babegete yo gochikwena kinga ngochigo konya bale abakenya abagendete wakwa no mochando wembura yerinino nigo baigo atebamne serikali ya ine chikobwatirana amona babwatani banda mona barayi barase serikali yo erikwana kinga bara obokonye ase abakenya chingaki abakenya bange bagendete kwa no mochando yobwembura yernino nigo boigo atamna ebyombe anene biryabire ase serikali imbichiwa sokya na koruwa bokorari asensemo yobasombi asikeri atamna chipara chinyinge nigo chabeire chigo saligwa nembure yo yerinino.
On the current situation that is going on in the country, the precipitation in the country, the rains have resulted in an emergency situation in Kenya. Many roads across the country, especially in the northern part of Kenya, have been washed away. There are trucks stuck everywhere with food, medicines, fuel that is now unable to reach the destinations in various parts of the country, especially in northern Kenya. Unfortunately, we have lost 70 people across Kenya because of these rains, and about 36,160 households have been displaced so far. The meteorological department tell us that these rains will continue, and therefore we need to prepare ourselves for the emergency situation that is going to ensue as a result. And taking into account the situation in the country now to do with our roads, the food situation, the water situation, the medicine delivery situation in Kenya. Cabinet will meet on Monday to deliberate on the various recommendations that have been made to ensure that the country is better prepared for the management of the situation that we see unfolding.
Chingaki chege karecho oge kyomurai wense nigo baigateruna nigo abarai bari bara ase wizara amo na bande bara chikwena kenga bachira amo erio kwagenderera koro obokonye ase abantu bari bakirwe no mochando yo obwerinino nigo baigo atebire munenchera yamo ye serikali kumanya omubaro bw'abantu bari babwate mechando ase mure yo yerinino nigo bono atebire abarai baye barase serikali kwene kinga kubwatira nabale ase chiwizara chonsi amona bande bonsi erio korwa obokoreri obuyana nenego ikia amangana ali abarengete kubwatikana nembura yernino erio konyora obokonye nigo boigo ateba muna chinga kechiga chipara chinyinge nigo bono chisarigete ase bono atebire gose ekyombekere kya amachoni ingechi kubwatirana asense moyo koira chindagera ocha ase chinsemo na boigo nigo marachi gokora egeikaro inde rituko ria Monday ase ensemerio ya disaster irachi korwa oroboti na ki yeroberetie igoro ye mochando obwe nino nigo boigo tebona nigo chindagira chasoire kwenanwa ase chinsemo ase bono ateba muna chibesa chabekirwe ensemo eliogo chikora chindagire chochira chikokonya abantu ababakirwe nino.
Situation of food. As you're all aware, last week, Government of Kenya made available resources to the special, to the Ministry of ASAL to make sure that adequate food is available. Already 2.4 billion shillings have been made available to buy food and to make sure that that food is delivered where it is most needed. Adequate resources will be required, and that is why this team is now working on numbers so that we can mobilize the resources necessary to make sure that we attend to the roads that have been washed away, provide alternative roads and pathways to different parts of the country, to make sure that we deliver medicine to different parts of the country, and to ensure that no part of Kenya is left in the dark by making sure that we deliver fuel. Let me also say that I have instructed KDF to provide their air service facilities to airlift any commodities required in different parts of Kenya, and especially the last mile deliveries in the counties that are now marooned by floods. I have received the assurance of our CDF that that will be rolled out immediately. We are also going to mobilize the National Youth Service and the engineering department at KDF. And we have also agreed with the Ministry of Roads that all the road contractors in the different parts of Kenya
Oyo kabaire omo Chief Justice ya sense ya Kenya na David Maraga ni gobono aboririe abana siasa ase ogosira gusasa okobwatoka mangana egocha ase ebigambero ni goboigo atebire buna nirebuya abantu bonsi babe bagosika ekigambere kyo ase bona aboririe ose atebire buna obosibore ase ensemo ya judiciary dari ase obuya abwa abana ebina korende nase obuya abwa abantu bonsi anene ase abana siasa niga kwanita yochinga kekanete ase moyoga buko bwatoka koroboti rwa judiciary abugoro ase bono aboliri abarayi beserikali gotiga ebigambiro bikole emiremo yabo.
Your Excellency the Prime Secretary, that you have the humility to accept that in some areas the other arms of government are catching up with what the judiciary is doing. And I'm sure the CJ herself will tell you that there are other areas where the judiciary is also catching up with other arms of government. It is important that we work together. And as the Honorable Mutunga has said, I have remarked that several times. The independence of the judiciary is not for the judges. It's not for the CJ and the judges who sit in court. It is actually first and foremost for the politicians. They're the ones who benefit most from that, and of course the rest of the wananchi in the country. So it's important that you find a way of supporting the judiciary. When we talk about the budget of 3 trillion shillings and the judiciary is getting only 22 billion, that is a far cry. Something should be done about that. We want to wish the CJ all the best. And as the Prime Secretary mentioned, under the Deputy Speaker, it is important that you facilitate the judiciary to do its work. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Abana siasa imeyense ya Kenya ni gobabori gwe gosira ensemo yobokoreri bwe judiciary asebono batebiwe basire obokoreri bw'abanachi ebina naboigo bali batenete ebigambiro ao ayana mangana yoyo kabeire omo chief justice Nera William Mutunga ase aboririe abana siasa kwenekinga nkobwato kabale ebintu biri biganirie ase ensemo ye judiciary amone ebigambiro nigo boigo atebire ase ensemo iyo chibesa nigo judiciary etarabwatukirwa chibesa chisoine echo chigosira enseme yo yebigambiro.
Your Excellency the Prime Secretary, that
the judiciary is the place where the bewildered will run to. That's why we were called the Temple of Justice, because that's where the Constitution protects anybody. Even Matiangi, when his rights to privacy were violated, I tried to call him. I wanted to tell him that we are protecting his rights because the politics of revenge is what the Constitution does not envisage. And actually it's only the judiciary where people will have to run to. Uhuru's sons with their guns, licenses, where did they go? There is no other place. So it's my message to the politicians is that we must guarantee the independence, the integrity of the judiciary. 4% of what the judiciary is asking for funds is a small change. And that this is the institution that will guarantee social transformation. And it needs the support of the other, three arms. And I thank you very much. This message was specifically for the politicians, not the judges.
Abatenedie korwase ekyo ekyama kya Jubilee ni gobono batebire egati yababwatani be kyama ekyo abo bakomo okoboko omubunge oela kanini kega ni gobono baganirie ekamati etenenete chinkwana che serikali gotaswana na nengana ye kyama asoroboti rwabo moerio ayamage gayo mobwazi myogoteba buna obokongu okungusana na ase egati ye kyama ekyo ni gose negati yari abamonete gukwanira ase chinkwana echo kubwatikana ne chinkwana ose ase okorosi wawe kyama ekyo na chinkwana echo bono nigo omubunge oyo kanini kega atebna teribuya abayeswanani ne mangana are ase kyama ya Jubilee.
The issues of Jubilee are in court. So when the matters are in court, I mean, it would be ridiculous, even in Parliament, when matters are in court, become sub judice. So there is no way Kioni and team can bring the matter of Jubilee to be adjudicated outside the courts. They are the same people who have taken us to court. There is no way you can take us to court. You have to decide where you want justice. You either want justice in the bipartisan team or you want justice to be dispensed in courts. For us, we are stickler of the law.
Mwanchumuri noromo erio bwa mangana maya asenchera yobwenge kendra kurire getaseni Ndizi TV erio bwemanye amangeri tanya Dorcas Kemuma na nigo twaringenere abigenya nchamo yone kingamari yene chibicha agoikeire asenchera iringia twara oburigeri obuya me Ndizi TV nabo bwansu bwo mugusi emeroberio ekobwacha na rumba nostalgia nigo erenchera gocha igo tobasauska tobasakgendale omoroberio yo nigo gocha asembe wasika egekatwara burigere buya Ndizi TV.